Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a while. It's been a very long while, but I'm back. Streaming live to you today from beautiful and rainy British Columbia is myself, also known as Maria, the girl from Python Simplified. Hi, it's me, you know it. Um, so today's stream is very surprising because usually I'm doing this in the mornings, but I also wanted to give the afternoon streams a little bit of a chance. I never tested it before. Hopefully, a lot of you guys are here and watching. 18, 12. Okay, probably not so many, but it's definitely a good test to have. I want to see what you guys think about a few questions I had. So, we will talk about where I've been. We will talk about what's coming next on the channel. I have some amazing projects for you. And we will also, I will also ask your advice about a few wonderings I had earlier. So let's see the comments. I've already said hi to a bunch of folks who are probably sleeping at the moment because it's very late in their country. We have Max Payne, who probably went to sleep. Sorry. I was hoping to catch you here. There's Siam, who is studying very hard for his exams. I can see it here. Good luck, Siam. Best of luck and rock it. I know you can ace those exams. Show them. Show them. What else we have here? Oh, we already have some questions as well. Do you use AWS CDK? No, I don't use any of the cloud services. Um, yeah, I don't really use any of them, so I don't have enough information to determine which of them is better. I do know that AWS has some student credits, which is really good because I don't want to pay for any of it. It's too much. I know they provide like $300 free of charge for you to run your models or whatever it is you're using AWS for. I have a really nice GPU, so I don't need it. Ryuya's here. Ah, great to see you. Yes, it is a very chill stream. I didn't prepare many topics. I have only a few that I want to go over. I want to show you my amazing Django chat app, which I finished building, but I'm kind of struggling with hosting it. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I didn't plan any topics for this stream. This is what I have. I have a piece of paper with a few topics, and that's what I'm relying on. So, very unusual. I know, very unusual, but I'm full of surprises, guys. So, let's see what else we have here before we begin. Uh, wow, it's you and your new stream, but it's 1 a.m. in my country. Yeah, sorry guys. Usually I look at the YouTube analytics and they tell me that most of you guys are watching YouTube in the mornings, which is great, which is awesome because this is where I love to premiere my tutorials. But in terms of streams, and that's the reason why I'm streaming in the afternoon, I find that I prefer to watch streams later on, around the 4 and 5 o'clock kind of a time frame. That's why I'm doing this. It's just a test. Who knows? Maybe more of you will show up. Um, Good timing. Yeah, for sure. Hello to Michael. Hello to Hussein. Great to see you. 1 a.m. Middle East, eh? Probably. Yeah. AWS gives you 1 year for free. See, so this is probably better than $300 of credits. 1 year, it's a lot of time. Azur, Badger is here. Badger, the awesome moderator, both of our Discord community, both of this channel. If he comments anything in the comments, please note that he's a very smart guy. I verified it, okay? He has a lot of good advices to give, so definitely check it out. Hello from Brazil. Hello from Vancouver, British Columbia. What else? Okay, I'd love to have a tutorial where you guide someone else through something that could create and used in real world and go from conception to launching it on a domain. See, so this is very similar to what I'm trying to build with my Django application. I want to give you guys a nice peek because I'm very proud of this app. Very, very, very proud of it. It's exactly how I imagine it. And as you can see, even Batman is using it. Right. So let me make myself slightly smaller. Let me allow you to test this app properly. And I probably should move to this side of the screen so we don't miss the send button. Okay, Let's roll. So let's have a quick preview of this application and we will then see how it looks like on the inside. And this is what we will be building together in the upcoming few tutorials. We will also host it, okay, all the way, and not with Heroku. No, we're going to use some proper paid hosting, on the cheap side of things, though. It's not going to be the most expensive hosting in the world, but it's a bit more reliable than Heroku. Heroku had a bunch of issues with vulnerabilities lately. I don't trust them as much as I trust, a company that is um, well, I don't trust them as much anymore. Okay, so this is my application. It is running locally because I'm still having troubles with hosting it. I've done it through Green Unicorn, these type of stuff, and I don't know if I've done it right. So I reached out to Hostinger. Hopefully they'll get back to me soon. I wrote them a very, very long email like, hey, I don't know what to do. I couldn't find any tutorials, of how to load a Django site, so maybe help me. So that will be the site we will be hosting together. For now, it runs on my local host. So first of all, we need to log in. We can always sign up if we don't have a username or whatever, but let's log in. I already have a username, obviously, and there is no password verification for this tutorial. We will not do an authentication kind of a case use here. We will save it for the next few tutorials. You can use any type of password you want. There are no limitations. So right now we are in the chat, and there's a distinction between the messages you write, and the messages that somebody else writes, such as Eric Hartman or Batman. Very, very original, okay? And another interesting thing is that you start from the very bottom of the messages. There's the top, but you are being presented the bottom, and this is something we do with JavaScript. It's not something we do with HTML and CSS, which is really cool. And then if you'd like to type a message, let's say a test message, testing this. Okay, this is a message by Maria because welcome back, Maria. That's my user. Send, and boom, there you go. Here's a message. Now, if we log in as somebody else, let's say Eric Cartman. Okay, Eric Cartman's messages are being highlighted while everybody else's are not, which is really, really cool. It's something that you do with the templating engine. It has, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna talk all about it in the future tutorial. But again, it all, the ball is not in my court at this point of time. I wish I was able to figure it out, but I can't. I tried, couldn't find any tutorials on the topic, so so we wait. Okay, I also have a really nice unit testing tutorial that is ready. It's good to go. I just need to film it. I got really sick, so that's why I was gone. I should have started with that. I disappeared because I had like not the worst flu of my life, the second worst flu. It was about 2 or 3 weeks of just misery. I had 2 or 3 days that were awful, just plain awful. I couldn't think, I couldn't move. And at first I thought it's gonna pass really quickly. I thought it's gonna be like just like that. It all passed fast, but I got stuck with this. And yeah, now I'm very far behind on pretty much everything. So my apologies for this disappearance. Yeah, let's have a look at the comments. Let's see what else you guys are asking. Really learn from the channel. No wonder it's called Python Simplified. Please teach us maybe in the future to implement Python R skills in cloud. Interesting. So another request for cloud. Wow. I'm enlarging myself as we speak. Okay, well, sounds good. Do you guys have a preference on which cloud to use? Because I was about to film something with AWS. I believe it was NVIDIA's, I forgot how it's called. I think it's one-click deployment. They had a few models that AI models that they wanted to quickly share with the people. And I was about to do a tutorial on it, but then I looked at, the scope of things. I looked at how complicated their notebook was, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to cover it. I'm going to confuse you guys. I got confused myself, right? Finally, Django. Yeah. Actually, Django is absolutely phenomenal, guys. It's not easy to set up. It's one of the most complicated things to grasp. There's a lot of components to it. But once you grasp it, I don't think you'll be ever using Flask again. And I know it has a slightly different case use because Flask apps are usually quite simple. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You can do them very fast. But once you have the initial setup of Django, once you have your own quick start file, which by the way, you can already find in my GitHub account. I have everything pretty much connected there. So if you go to my repositories, I have the new chat app loaded there. Uh, but that's the Django quick start. So if you clone this repository, you will already have an HTML, CSS, JavaScript file connected. The only thing that is missing here in terms of setup is the database, but that's a bit more application. It depends on your app, because there's different database architectures you might be using. I'm commenting it out if you guys would like to have this quick start for future reference. So once you figured out how to connect all the dots together, then Django is way easier. It becomes very smooth. Everything is customizable. And yeah, it's just a very, very comprehensive framework. Okay. Hi to all from Spain. Hello, hello, hello from Vancouver, British Columbia. What else do we have here? Did you study computer science in university? Ben, I am studying computer science in university. I have a few courses left, not too many. I guess I'll be done in about a year, something along these lines. But yeah, I'm in a process, still there. Okay, good day, Maria. Hi, Alexander. Good to see you here. I don't know if I've seen you in streams before. I did see your comments on videos earlier, but great to see you here live. Finally, the hosting part. 3D Word. Actually, I have two tutorials with the hosting parts. I have two Flask tutorials. One of them is on Heroku. The other one is on my IDE, Wayscript. You can definitely check it out. You can find those tutorials in my on my YouTube account. I'm not gonna pull it out at the moment, but you can find it. You can easily find it. Just write Flask Python simplified. You'll find both of them. Okay, 10, 11 in Europe. We're all pretty drunk. Good, John. Good job. Cheers. Okay, I'm drunk on coffee. It's too early here. It's too early. Mm. Wow, it's so good. One of the things that was the most devastating during being sick is that coffee didn't taste good at all. I tasted my bacteria. That's all I tasted. And coffee is one of my only joys in life. It's the only healthy-ish addiction I have. Let's call it. It's the only bad habit that I don't want to quit. The rest of the bad habits, yeah, I'll throw them away anytime. I need to stop completely watching horror films, consuming content that is violent as it's crazy, because I love it. That's what I do since childhood, but I need to stop it. I recognize that it affects my life in a way. So bad habits will be gone soon, hopefully. Want to use a serverless service where you only have to pay if there is traffic? Interesting. I don't know of services like that, but let me know if you find one for sure. Okay, 11 in the UK. Perfect for me. Awesome. Awesome. Good to see you here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my God, so many people from Europe. Wow, Belgium, midnight. Wow, you guys. Thank you for being here. It's not obvious. Hello from Indonesia. Hello to all my dear friends from all around the world. Melbourne, Australia. Wow, the actual outer side of the world. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. JA is here as well. Great. Thank you so much for being here. I'm getting all kinds of notifications on my phone. I have it with me, so that's my apologies for that. Midnight in Germany too. You guys are watching TV very late. Apparently. Well, good night. Good night to everyone. Super happy to see you here. Ryuya, you're in Texas? Nice. I didn't know you moved to Texas. Wow. So just so you know, almost all all the mods who live in the States live in Texas. They moved there recently either. I would love to live in Texas, for a bit of time. Would love to. Not just because of the low tax rate. Not only because of that. A lot because of the awesome meat and barbecue you can find there. And actually being close to the Mexico border is it actually sounds very, very, very interesting to me too. Vacation every weekend, it works for me. Okay, hey, remember I'm a mod as well on Discord. I know, Siam, that's why I said the mods who are from the United States. Yeah. Well, I wish I was in Texas with them as well. Siam, we will join you to us if we ever reunite there. Reunite, not we never united earlier. Even Eric Cartman uses it. See, Badger? See? We're very popular. Our community just grows and grows, even to the amount of fictional characters. Great. Professor Chaos. Oh, yeah. I forgot Bubbles. I like the authority. I wanted to put the authority somewhere. That's why I used the Eric Hartman. I'm waiting for a Scikit Learn course from you. Aha, Hussein. I've used Scikit Learn for just a tiny bit, not too much. I didn't like it. It's just it doesn't have any deep learning applications from what I understand. I think it has a lot of good machine learning applications, but I don't know if you already go to this length. I think PyTorch and TensorFlow are kind of a bit more comprehensive than scikit-learn. But yeah, I'll definitely look into it. It's um, I can't remember which tutorial I've used for it. I think it was the NLP, natural language processing. Yeah, I took a slight course in scikit-learn for sure. I remember it slightly. I might cover it if I see more requests of that type. For sure, Hussein. Just make sure that more people are pinging me and notifying me and bugging me about it, and then I'll I'll have no choice but to film it. Right? That's the only way to get her done. Okay, hello. Thanks for spreading the knowledge. Are you going to do a scikit-learn or TensorFlow tutorials? That's amazing. Okay, yeah. Well, two points for scikit-learn. TensorFlow, yeah, yeah, absolutely. TensorFlow, I can guarantee. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it will. It will. Okay, Badger, does it update in real time? If I have two users, if I send message, do I see the new message without refreshing? Yeah, yeah. It's with a database. Um, we will test it. So Badger, you and the mods, you guys will have the first access to this application. We will test it together. I just want to be able to host it. I cannot figure it out. I've done the SSH stuff. I've done the I've basically connected my Git repository to Hostinger. I was able to load everything. I was able to fetch the files from Git, the commits, everything. But I don't know how to display the main page. Clueless, and I couldn't find any tutorials online that instruct you how to do this. That's the most frustrating part. I found a bunch of Heroku tutorials, which was nice, but come on, what if I don't want to use Heroku? What if I want to use some kind of other service? There has to be another way. So yeah, that's again, I wrote a very long letter to Hostinger with lots of screenshots and and quotes. So hopefully we can figure it out together. But yeah, if you want to test the app, Badger, it's actually on my GitHub right now. You can find it in my most recent repository that I kept uploading and re-uploading. There you go. It's here. And don't worry, I'm not sharing my secret key here. It's being randomly generated. Yeah. Cool. What else? I have the same question. Yeah. I guess it was about the scikit-learn, Siame. Mm. Mm. Unit test. Awesome. I'm waiting for it. Awesome. This is the Death Note character. I forgot his name. Who was he? L. I think his name was L. Oh, Russell, thank you so much for the super chat. Wow, I really appreciate it. My queen, I'm watching. Thank you. I'm watching your all videos since 2020. Say hi to me. Wow. Thank you so much. Hi, and thank you. I really appreciate your support. It's great to see you here. I haven't seen you commenting much, but I would have remembered this. I would have remembered this username and picture for sure. I like the darker type of art, the more morbid illustrations, like with red and black colors. I love it. That's how I usually paint. It's actually that answers why I like horror films so much as well, probably. What else? What else do we have here? Yeah, I don't think I had this one. I'm not allowed to say this word on YouTube, but I think it was the flu. It was very long, very, very, very long. It was long and not fun at all. The longer flu I had it once during a vacation I had. Well, I guess not a vacation, mostly a visit back home. I went to visit my parents, and on the first day I landed, because of the difference in temperatures, I got so sick. and I was sick for a month. And not only was I sick for a month was my entire visit. Okay. So by the time I came back, I was still kind of sick. And then for about 3 weeks, I was still coughing. And my entire family got sick because of me. So that was the worst flu of my life. This one was the second worst. And it's funny because at first Mario didn't believe me. My spouse, he was looking at me. I was in a very bad shape, and he's like, "Maria, you're exaggerating. You're just being a drama queen." And then he got it, and he realized that I wasn't exaggerating. He deserved it. Well, no, I'm joking, but still. Привет, Мария. Витания с Украины. Привет, Павел. Как дела? Hi, hi. I read Ukrainian. I don't really speak Ukrainian, but I understand everything you said, except Vitania. But probably hello, right? I know kochayu. I know what else? Pretsuyu. I know a few words, but I can't say I'm a native speaker. Well, I'm supposed to be, but no, I don't speak Ukrainian very well. They want us to get a fourth shot. Ooh, we're not allowed to talk about it. We're not allowed to talk about it. I wish, but yeah. Check out some other channels that do talk about it. There's a lot of new developments on it. Like there's a lot of things coming from Florida, Surgeon General. Check it out. Interesting stuff. Is it real that Postgres is the best database to use with Python programming? I'm not sure, but it is highly recommended with Django, for example. So by default, Django is recommending SQLite, but then once you deploy your application, it actually recommends you to switch to Postgres. So not sure. I haven't worked with Postgres before, so I'm not the right person to ask. Like if I don't know something, I will tell you. Okay. So, but it's good. I'm happy you're asking questions because a Badger might know it. Badger, what do you think? Why don't you, if you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. If you have an opinion about it, please let us know in the comments. Yeah, I did include requirements. Absolutely. Now, since on my first few tutorials, I was not including the requirements part. I didn't know it's really necessary. I was just mentioning it in the README somewhere. What modules you need to actually have to run the application. But yeah, requirements is the standard, as the industry standard basically. And given Badger's remarks, now I remember it. I'm doing it all the time. Okay, Siam is recommending Postgres SQL, which is great. I've seen Siam building a bunch of apps, I believe with Flask. Really nice, really well designed. Good job, man. Hello, Maria. Hello, Akos. Great to see you. Hello to all the lovely people joining us. Akiri, hi. Okay, Cher Hill. What do we have here? Maria, you'll make a Telegram tutorial for a Python bot with a beautiful Java menu, as on the official Telegram website, they showed that you can already make a menu for a store. So Telegram, it's very interesting because I've been using it for a few years already. My family group, the way we communicate with one another is through Telegram, but I haven't had a chance to explore it enough. And that's one of the only platforms, the major platforms that I haven't had a chance to automate. So yeah, definitely. Thank you for suggesting. For sure, I have it written down. We will do some Telegram bots. Yeah. It's a really, really nicely encrypted well, I hope it's nicely encrypted. That's what they say. Messaging service. Any tips for someone starting Python with no experience? Yes, I have a bunch. Where to dive in first? Thanks for streaming. I have an amazing, well, I don't know if it's amazing. It's a nice, nice video that you might like. This is called, oh, what was the name of it? Python Learning Roadmap. Okay, there you go. That's me. This tutorial that you see. So inside Gert Shorts, check it out. I explain everything step by step, but just from the top of my head. You first begin with data types and variables. Get yourself comfortable with the different data types that Python has to offer. So strings, integers, booleans, lists. Well, that's not a very simple data type, but yeah, go over those data types, understand how you declare variables, how you name them. Actually, you don't need to declare them in Python, you just name them and that's it. Once you're comfortable with variables, you then move on with control flow, basically with functions. And is functions, yeah, function is control flow. Conditional statements, functions, loops, and try to understand these things. Now, so someone starting Python with no experience in programming or no experience with Python, that's two different things. So if you have experience with programming, start by jumping on a bunch of projects. Honestly, take a look at a few um, check out some documentations and some quick start code, because if you already know programming, Python will be that easy for you. Okay, if you don't know programming, definitely go to the other route that I'm specifying in the roadmap. Now, once you're happy with the control flow, once you understand it very well, once you're comfortable, move on with classes. Now, classes is basically objects that encapsulate both the data regarding the object and both the functionality of the object. So for example, if you're talking about a car, so data about the car would be the color, would be the make. Is it a Mercedes? Is it a Toyota? Is it a red car? Is it a blue car? And then the functionality would be drive, stop, turn right, turn left. Okay, so the data is called attributes, and the this is just from the top of my head, you guys. Sorry if it's too long. The data is called attributes and the functionality is called methods. Okay, so this is just basic stuff. Once you're comfortable with that, you can move on with some major Python libraries, the built-in libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, the best things that Python probably has to offer, and then progress to whichever field you'd like. You can build video games with Python. You can build artificial intelligence with Python. You can do all kinds of researches, data science projects with Python. A lot of things, cybersecurity, encryption. That really, the sky is the limit. It's a very versatile language for sure. Cool. What else do we have here? Hi from Italy. Hello, 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 senor. Actually, what do I know in Italian? I have an Italian song that I really, really like, Caruso. I really, really like this one. um, what else? And I like the food. I visited Italy many, many years ago. I believe it was the first country I ever visited abroad. Amazing. Amazing. I loved it. I was in Venice, I was in Milano, I was in the Dolomites. Amazing. Okay. Ever worked with Fast API? Not yet, but I do have a lot of questions about it. I do get it all the time. So yeah, thanks for asking. It's 5 o'clock somewhere for sure. That was about the the people drunk in what was it, Belgium or Europe? Cool. Hello to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Silicon Valley. Nice, nice. We have some West Coast folks here. Awesome. We have the same time zone. Coffee is life. Yes, absolutely. I agree. We need it. It's our fuel. That torture must have been derived from coffee for weeks. Yeah, for sure. And not only this, the food tasted okay. I couldn't enjoy it. It's not like so what they say with the disease we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube. They say that you lose your taste of your taste at all. You know, my family had it. They couldn't taste anything. I could taste things. They just tasted horribly. Really, really horribly. So that was the worst part. And Ryuya is a big fan of food, and so am I. I see on his Twitter account all those steaks and all those tomahawks everywhere. Is it tomahawk steak? Yeah. I think it's called, like, with the briskets and stuff. I'm drooling. I love food and I love cooking, but I couldn't do a thing. It was a few weeks of sheer torture, but hey, I'm fine now. It's temporary torture. It's right behind me. I'm back and happy to see you guys. Do you use often some tool like GitHub? Copilot. No, no, I have not used GitHub Copilot. I do not, but I'm asking myself how much developers actually use it. What is a GitHub Copilot? Let's Google it. GitHub Copilot. Now, I usually Google things that I shouldn't be Googling, but this one is probably safe. Okay. So Copilot, your AI pair programmer. So it's like an auto. Okay, okay. So basically, it gives you suggestions. No, I rarely use those type of tools. If I do use them, they're part of the IDE that I'm already using. I'm never installing those, especially. But it is interesting. It is. But one of the most annoying things in videos is that I don't get to look at the screen when I film them. Now, you guys don't know how my setup looks like, but most of my screen is blocked. I didn't have a chance to do a proper setup yet, so I have like a this big water tank box that is covering almost everything, so I don't really see what's going on the screen. So if the suggestion comes and it autofills it, I'm sometimes stuck with writing the same word twice, and it really annoys me. So I try to stay away from these type of stuff because of my filming experience. Hey, crypto data video was next level. Yay! Thank you so much, Edison. So super happy you liked it. I was very, very excited to try it. Like I wanted to work with dynamic data for a very long time, but I looked at all the processes involved with setting up WebSockets and stuff. I freaked out. My eyes rolled. I thought, no, it's not for me. You got to be much smarter than myself to do it. And then I found an email from Deep Haven, somewhere in my I don't even know how I got there. I very rarely check my email, but something led me there. And the first thing they wrote about the platform is that it's working with real-time dynamic data. Cha-ching, for sure. Let's talk. Let's do something. Let's check it. It was. I don't know. I had to see it for myself. I really liked it too. Not many of you got a chance to watch it though. Actually, I don't know if YouTube is a bit fussy about the crypto stuff. I don't know what the algorithm is actually looking for or not. But yeah, definitely check it out if you guys haven't have a chance yet. And if you're just beginning and you're not sure how to work with data that is like streaming right now, if you want to see how you can manipulate it, because I wasn't sure how to even do it. I didn't know how such a plot would look like. I was really freaking out before I plotted it, but then it was super easy. So check it out. It's definitely simplified. Love the tutorials. I'm better at learning through reverse engineering. So having something to uh, dissect really helps. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicholas. I'm usually learning best through documentation. Every tutorial I film, I start from the documentation. If the solution is there, great. If the solution is not there, it's a bit more complicated. But I really enjoy reading documentations, and that's why Django is so hard for me, because the documentation is pretty ambiguous. Midnight in Poland. Dziękuję. I know words in Polish. I know bad words in Polish. I'm not gonna repeat them here, but it starts with ku and ends with va. So that's the Polish word that all of us, I guess, know. Hello from Washington State, USA. Eduardo, you're my neighbor. I'm right next to you. I live right next to Washington State. I visited there not too many times, but yeah. Austin, Texas. Howdy. Howdy. Hello, Ash. Awesome. Kuwait. Nice. Hex. You must be having a really nice weather. You must be having an amazing time, not rainy like myself. Almost snowy. We're almost in the winter time. The trees are already becoming red, and it's beautiful because all the leaves are on the ground. And it's Canada at its best actually. Fall. I love this season, but fall means that winter is coming. Midnight here in Madrid. Oh, hello from Madrid. Awesome. Bonjour. Bonjour. Oh, hello, Francis. North Carolina. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Can I contact you to help me with homework, AI? Louis, I wish. I cannot. I'm checking my email, and it's a you should see my email. You should see my inbox. It's full of things not necessarily written by humans, okay? Because you know how this YouTube thing works. If you have your email stated in your channel's description, very often this is used for sponsors to reach out to you, like people who want to work with you, who want to offer you some products to advertise or do things that I'm generally not doing on the channel. I usually prefer covering frameworks and doing actual tutorials about things and get you guys to determine for yourself if you like the service or not. I'm not really recommending on this or that hardware or coffee or whatever other things may be, but my email as a result is filled with a lot of these requests. Again, many of them are not even like, are just automated, like hello there or hello Python simplified, people who are clearly not human, and they just keep emailing me every week because I don't answer. And oh yeah, that's how my email looks like. And I wish I had a platform in which we could actually talk and we could help with homeworks and answer on these type of stuff. But Luis, check out our Discord server. I've been MIA for a while. I haven't been on Discord in a very long time. It's a Discord community. You have the links. If you go into my channel, I'm going to show it to you. Didn't I have YouTube open? I thought I had YouTube open, but let's go to my YouTube channel, and in here, you can click on this link right over here, and that's Discord. That will lead you to our server, and you can ask any type of question, help with homework, anything you're stuck on. Definitely let us know there. There's a nice forum where you can ask questions. I will be there very soon. I've been gone for a while. I had to catch up on a bunch of stuff. Ooh, I missed a comment. Charlotte, North Carolina, also a small world. Nice, nice. Ghana. Oh, wow. The other side of the world as well. Ghana, Africa. I know you guys have a really, really nice football team. I've seen you soccer for the North American people. It's not American football, European football. I remember there was a game with the German team. I used to really root for the German team. I don't know how they're at anymore. It was during closet times. It was my favorite football player in the world. And they had a game with Ghana, and I really liked how their team played. It was really, really nice. That's all I know about Ghana. If I knew anything else, I would have said it. Kuwait is tax-free 100%. Maybe mods need to move here. Maybe I will move there if I'm welcome. I don't know if I'm welcome. But yeah, it's when you live in a place like Vancouver, which is one of the most expensive places in the world, both in terms of taxes and in terms of real estate, you kind of start wondering, like, why am I here? Especially since I have this online business and I can live anywhere I want. Who knows? Maybe one day. I would love to go back to the Middle East one day, for sure. Hey, just for the food. For the food, that's the most important part. For the shawarma, for the lamb fat on the shawarma. They don't do it here in Canada. I wish they did. Hey, from Wellington, New Zealand. Wow, 11 a.m. start for holiday weekend here. So it's the first time I see so many people from the region of Australia and New Zealand. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Sean. This is great. This is great. I should be streaming in different hours. You know what, guys? Just so I can say hi to everyone. I know it's the middle of the night in some places, but yeah, I should probably fluctuate between the hours. Yeah, it's midnight and I'm watching Python Girl and F1. So it's good to start to Saturday. Awesome. Happy Friday and happy weekend for sure. Everyone, Shabbat Shalom. Hello, Fridays and holidays, whatever you guys are celebrating. Happy. It's 5:14 p.m. here in Colombia. Nice, but unfortunately not in the British one. Well, we're along the same coast-ish, I guess. Somewhat along the same coast, JA. Great to see you here. Awesome. Scikit-learn is like dipping your toes in to grasp the basics. I agree, but then I would assume they would make it slightly more simple, in terms of the syntax, of course. I find that some of the commands are a bit more complicated than they should be. I don't know. That's how I remember it. It's been about 2 years since I took this course. But I really remember that I was kept comparing it to PyTorch, and it was nothing like PyTorch. That's why I never looked at it again. I believe it was the LinkedIn NLP course. Yeah, LinkedIn has a bunch of courses. If you try their premium for like a month or so, you get free access to whatever courses you like. I think that was the one that I took. I'm not sure. TensorFlow, PyTorch are the real magic. Yeah, that's where the real magic happens. I absolutely agree, Nicholas. that's the deep learning frameworks, because scikit-learn is more of a machine learning, and machine learning is also nice, but in most cases, in most applications, we do not use machine learning, we use deep learning, at least when it comes to parsing huge amounts of data. You want to extract more features, you want to extract all the possible features, I guess, that you can, and it's a bit more comprehensive. I The comprehensive word, I use it a lot today. I don't know what happened. I don't know where I heard it that I keep using it so much. Could you do a video on if name equals main? Aha, you have a way of explaining things that make me understand. You know what? Absolutely. I need to do one, because this is one of the most, it should be the most basic thing in the world, but in order, I haven't seen a clear explanation about it yet myself. It's not like I haven't asked this question before, but yeah, you're right. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I don't even need to write it down because I wanted to cover it. Just forgot all about it. But every time, actually in the next unit test tutorial, this is where the last time that I asked myself about it, it was going to put my breaking cap on. Badger, do you want to mess with me? Seriously? No, you can break it easily. There are a few avenues. There are a few avenues in which you can break my chat app, which you can find on my GitHub account. I've showed it to you earlier. It actually is live right here, right now. You can log in. You can create your own username. You can sign up. Yeah. And Badger, you can break it easily because there is no password verification. There is no authentication stuff. And also, this app was not designed with Bootstrap. I didn't want to overcomplicate things, but Bootstrap is usually what makes the website responsive. So if we're playing around with all the, actually, this is pretty good. If we start playing around with the settings, there you go. Okay, my head slightly blocks it, but I already noticed an issue here, and this is a design issue. Okay, you see that the gap here is much bigger than the gap over here, and it shouldn't be the case. But once you play with the size of your browser, it kind of bug things up, right? But yeah, that's the app Badger was talking about. Please don't break it, or if you do, well, I guess you'll break it on your end. If you break it, make sure you fix it. OG, Daenerys teaches Python on YouTube. Awesome. Actually, I used to love Daenerys a lot. She was my favorite Halloween costume for quite some time. I have all the gear, minus the dinosaur, which is a cat in my case. But who cares, right? But I used to love her. And then the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones came by, and all those years of love have disappeared. Both love to Game of Thrones and both love to Daenerys, who used to be my hero, and then they turned her into a crazy villain. I was very upset. She was supposed to release all the free folks. She was supposed to release the slaves and give people the opportunity to live their life, and then she ended up burning King's Landing. That was awful. I'm still traumatized. Hi, thank you for your Pygame tutorial. Will you do more videos on game development? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I had a tutorial planned for Pygame, and I didn't end up filming it. So basically, in the Pygame itself, you are dealing with a single enemy vehicle. So my thought was to encapsulate everything into classes. So instead of working with a single vehicle object, we would make a vehicle class, and we would fluctuate between different vehicles. So one time this is going to be a truck, the other time it's going to be a Lambo, the other time it's going to be a motorcycle. And in all cases, they have different width of vehicles. It would adjust to the picture. It was supposed to be like a classes and object-oriented programming type of a tutorial. We were supposed to take this application to the next level. It's been so long since then. It absolutely ran out of my mind, and I ended up covering some other projects, but it's definitely on my list. I think that this whole classes and object series is I think I do it. That's one of the things I do the best, I think. I hope. So I wanted to focus on it a lot, but then we ended up going to different topics, and yeah, it was a snowball. unfortunately. I'm fascinating with OOP, so it's one of my favorite things to cover. If name equals main is for running code only when you manually run a script, not when you import it. You put your code inside the if block. So usually there are some very interesting explanations online, but none of them is simplified. So I'm going to try to figure out how to simplify the if name equals main side of things, because it involves the, I don't want to get into it. Wait for the tutorial. I will cover it for sure. Your face is a distraction in your videos. Please avoid it. I lack focus. So you know what? I find that when you see the face of the person who's talking to you, it's easier to understand things, especially if there's lots of expressions involved. The teachers that I enjoy the most in my university are those who keep moving their eyebrows and those that keep making expressions that are memorable. If they don't do it, it's very hard for me to remember those type of stuff. Oh, and we have our dating bot. He's back. Okay, let's. How do I delete those comments? Yeah, let's get rid of them. Okay, block user. Beautiful. Our dating bot is back, Badger. Did you see it? TensorFlow is useful for video surveillance applications. Yeah, TensorFlow and PyTorch for sure. That's um, surveillance. Well, I guess it is surveillance for sure. So we use it a lot. You also probably would combine CV2, OpenCV, with something along these lines. There's all kinds of solutions, but I'm a huge fan of PyTorch. Not exactly TensorFlow, but definitely. It's a deep learning kind of territory. All those video recognition stuff, recognizing objects and movements, and it all depends on what you're trying to achieve. But TensorFlow is the thing. TensorFlow and PyTorch. Holy crap! That friggin' bot came in spamming. Yeah. Badger noticed. Ciao, Maria. Hello from Italy. Hello. Ciao. What? I always, you know what? I have a lot of things I'm saying in Italian, and I keep forgetting. I want to say some stuff in the language of your origin, you guys, and I'm having a blackout. I was about to talk in Spanish. I was about to say a few things in Arabic, but I don't know. It disappears. I was about to say more things in Ukrainian. I mean, I'm supposed to have some knowledge, but I don't know what happens to me. What do I usually say in Italian? Bravo, bravissimo, bravo. But I say more things. Yeah. Ah, can't believe it. In the moment that I need this knowledge, it is gone. It's just gone. I'm very international. Usually. The combination of Kiwi, OpenCV, TensorFlow, and MediaPipe for Android app will be fantastic. Wow, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things. And can you actually work with TensorFlow in Python on an Android app? That's definitely a good question. Can you actually combine those? Because I bet you Android should have their own machine learning tools for that. Probably in Java. I'll check it out. My uncle is actually an Android developer. He's working on a nice application at the moment, something that has to do with transcripting as well as making phone calls. Like, for example, you're in a different country, you go on a vacation somewhere and you have a company that runs in Canada. Just because you go on a vacation in the Bahamas, it doesn't mean that every time you make a phone call, you'll be calling from the Bahamas. You could be calling from Ontario. And I already got a phone call from Ontario, which was actually from Boston, from my uncle. So yeah, they I think they even published it already. I'll check it out. I'll check with him. I'm lurking as usual. Badger is always lurking in the background. I love simplicity to teach. Very good. Thank you so much, JC. Thank you so much for the awesome feedback. We're down to the Postgres. Okay. Well, I'm very, very slow. And the dating bot is here again. So I'm going to block him. Block him once again. Come on, dating bot. Postgres is awesome. I'd recommend it for sure. Wouldn't necessarily say say one is superior over other. Depends on what your app does. Weight the pros and cons of what the database provides. So if you're building a chat app that is very, very simple, Uh, yeah, I banned them, Badger. Thanks. I can ban them. I don't. You can't ban them. I need to give you permissions for that. Okay. So Cheryl, he's the one who asked about the Postgres. It will be thanks. It will be a database. When I found your YouTube channel, I was very happy. A lot of useful content. Thank you very much for your work. Thank you. I'll continue doing my best to keep doing what I'm doing. uh, you can even do quantum computing with Python. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It can do anything with Python. It's very, very versatile. Unlike other programming languages that are very specific, I guess the high level language mostly, because low level you can do almost anything. But yeah, it's very, very versatile. And that's why it's a bit confusing because you can do so many things and you don't know which of the things you want to do. So yeah, I still don't know. My main focus is artificial intelligence and deep learning, but it doesn't mean that I'm not playing around with website building and gaming and data science. I enjoy a lot of the different functionality. Hi there, your friend from Brazil that is migrating from supply chain business. I remember you, Carlos. I remember you asked a question with Geeks for Geeks. You asked something about people who don't speak English. How can they integrate best in tech companies? I think so. I hope so. To data science. What is the best Python library for XGBoost? What is XGBoost? Sometimes I don't know things, but this one I have no idea. XGBoost. It's one of those things that I'm even afraid to Google. You know? I was about to Google some very damning things, but I didn't do it. A meow, hello, meow, meow back. Yeah, my cat really appreciate this comment. Hey girl, any reason why your nose is so shiny? Yeah, I'm putting sparkles on my nose all the time. It's called nose sparkles. It's just something that girls do. I don't know. It makes your nose nicer. It makes you look like a fairy or Rudolph from the Christmas tale. Depends who you ask. Hello, hello, Benaya. Benaya, hello. What's up? Hi from Afghanistan. 3 p.m. in here. Hello, hello. Great to see you. I guess AFG is Afghanistan. I think so. I'm not sure. Not sure. A Copilot is paid now, I believe. So people pay to get their sentences finished. Oh, holy smokes! Well, I'm definitely far behind on the comments. Very far behind. Oh my god. Well, I had asked YouTube to notify me, but lost track of time. Well, thanks for being here, Kyle. I don't know if I talked about a lot of important things, but I think the most important part was showing off my awesome chat application, where Batman is a regular, as you can see, really enjoys it. So one day I'll get sued. I'm scared. I should probably delete Batman from all my videos somehow. I don't know. It's just my favorite superhero, and it's funny to say I am Batman all the time. I don't know why. Okay, let's have a look at the very bottom of the comments, and then I'm gonna go back up. Yeah, and Tinder bot again. So I keep blocking this bot, but he keeps coming back in a different reincarnation of the bot. So it's probably not the same name, but yeah. Oh wow! Thank you so much for the super chat, Real Red Hood. Thank you so much. Never give up. Never give up. Never give in, and never ever 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 surrender. Exactly. We are rebels from, I guess, our generation, like the millennials, in a way. I guess we. I'm millennial in a way. The Indigo, children of Indigo. This is how Indigo. This is how we're called. We are very rebellious in our nature. My mom told me the other day that instead of saying no to me on everything I asked, she should have just said yes. And then because she would have said yes, I would not do it. Rebels from childhood. Yeah. Awesome. Woo! Woo! Wow, so many comments, folks. Holy smokes. We have a Sinisa in here. Wow. Okay, so let me start from the last comment and I'm going to climb up. Any thoughts on Python backend jobs? Jobs? I'm not sure. Have you watched the recent live stream? Maybe this will give you a nice idea. Maybe. I'm not sure. Um I just watched your RTX 40 series video short and laughed out loud. I think I was supposed to. Yeah, yeah, you were. Hey, if it's funny, laugh. Laugh as much as you can, for sure. Oh, what about hacking with Python? Can you make a tutorial? Yeah, I'm not. Staying away from hacking. I'm not gonna do it. No, it's. Of course, you can do it with Python. Of course. Well, arguably, even breaking a captcha is sort of hacking. Some people say it's even illegal, but you can do a lot of things with Python. You should program a bot to eliminate all other bots, right? That would be a bit ironic, though, right? Python backend and jobs are a thing. What do you want to know? Exactly, right? Exactly. That was my question too. Okay, XG Boost is a machine learning algorithm. I actually like using a cat boost myself, but some like light GBM. They use gradient boosting. Wow, it's the first time I hear the word boost in terms of AI. Maybe I'm far behind. It's been a while since I looked into it. I'm usually working with neural networks. That's my go-to algorithm. Sometimes K nearest neighbors, things of that sort. But yeah, Iron Man is better than Batman. Well, Elon Musk is better than Batman. I don't know if Iron Man is. He's not my favorite. No, no, definitely not. Just because he's a tech guy, it doesn't make him my favorite. It's always Batman. Zimbabwe, hello. It's the first time I think I see somebody from Zimbabwe. We have Maria. Remy wrote Maria in Arabic, and I can read it. For sure, for sure. I actually have 100 in Arabic, my grade. I cannot speak any of it almost. All I know is to say a few sentences. I know how to curse really, really well, but that's not. I know how to curse in many, many languages, not necessarily those that I understand. But in Arabic, I guess because there's so many different there's so many different types of dialects. It's very, very hard to learn one. What we learned in school, I try to say it to some folks I met from Lebanon and stuff. They said, Maria, I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know. I must not know it very well. Oraz, for sure, go on Discord, say hi to the folks over there. Yeah. Copilot can write a good chunk of code for you by you writing requirements as a comment. It's not an IntelliSense thing like you believe it to be. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. I like doing things from scratch, or maybe I haven't adapted to this new reality of autofilling code. Maybe, who knows? No sparkles. That's right. No sparkles. It's I don't know if it's a makeup term, if it's an official one, but that's a lot of girls do that. What do you think of LUA? It's one of those things I'm afraid to Google. One of those things that I might get something really off here. I haven't watched for a long time. I missed you. I'm working on a machine learning project these days. Nice, nice. That's awesome. Well, I haven't been around. It's not because you didn't show up. It's because I was MIA. I was very sick. But now I'm back. All good, all well and shiny and nice. Yeah. Oh, we have a longer comment in Arabic, and I'm not sure I cannot read it. I don't think I can read it. It's too much. It's too much. I wish I could. I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna embarrass myself if I try. Thoughts on Python backend jobs? Yeah, we had it for a while. Yeah, a bunch of these. Have you tried a trade using Python? Not yet, but I have this Badger wallet now. Badger Ledger. I keep seeing Badger in the comments all the time. So I got a Ledger wallet for my crypto, and I'm finally gonna move to a decentralized system of storing my money. And once I do this, I'm gonna try to see if I can automate something. I'm gonna try to use Deep Haven for this because they already have this Coinbase hook, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Automating things that relate to trade, it's a bit more. It's something that you need to be a bit more careful about because you would put your information into this bot, and you need to pay really good attention to detail. It's your money we're talking about. So bonjour, je parle français. Oh, Oh, hello. I don't think I pronounced it well. My French is really, really bad. I only know the food terms because I see in the store, in Canada, it's both French and English. So you see like chicken poulet, you see ham jambon, you see all these type of stuff. So yeah, bonjour, bonjour. Okay. Is it suitable to make a Flask web application and a dedicated use for Android? I don't think you can. I don't believe you can because Flask is a web development. Again, maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but Flask seems to be a web development framework, while Android is for mobile development. So you can probably use frameworks like Kiwi and KiwiMD to create an Android app. Actually, I'm teaching you how to make an Android app. I have one installed on my computer. I'm going to show it to you right now. Do you see the number base converter app? Actually, it's right over here. It's very hard to see because it's upside down. But anyways, I'm teaching you how to make, hold on, this application. It's a base converter from binary to decimal, from decimal to binary. Okay, yeah, my camera is losing focus very quickly. Anyhow, I'm teaching you how to do this on Python Simplified. Check it out. I teach you how to deploy it through WSL, so you don't really need a Linux machine to do it. If you have a Linux machine, it's way easier. So this is just for Windows users. Hello from France. Did you know some French words? But of course, of course. Again, huge blackout when I'm talking to you guys. It's huge blackout. But merci beaucoup. Again, jambon, poulet. you know. Qu'est-ce que c'est? The usual stuff. Mostly, probably it's French Canadian stuff. I would assume that it's the Quebec type of pronunciation is what I mostly know. But merde. There's words all of us know. I don't know why you are here. Me, I'm here. What do you mean? I'm here. I'm here and I'm here to stay. Exactly. Maria, say something in Australia. Kangaroo. Sheila. I think Sheila, the nicest Sheila in the bush. I think this is Australian. Mate. Yeah. In Canada, it's buddy. That's the Canadian term. Why am I here? Okay. I don't know why you're here. Okay, I see. Bart, I don't know why you're here, but welcome. I hope you're having fun. It's a Hangout stream. Okay. Alrighty. I love your videos. Much love. Don't have a good day. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Jay. You also have a great day. Have a fantastic day. Forget about great. Fantastic, phenomenal, out of this world type of day. How can I understand recursion in Python? My dear, I have an amazing tutorial for you. Habibi, I have an amazing tutorial for you. I'm going to show it to you. I have it. Let's open it up on my YouTube. A lot of people like this tutorial, but I don't really explain the stack, the Python stack type of a situation there. So I'm going to have to do a follow-up tutorial later on. And you can see what I'm listening to lately, probably. Okay, this is just my YouTube feed. So the tutorial I am talking about was one of my old ones. There you go. My head is blocking it. Recursion. See this guy right over here? So I explain recursion in general terms. I give you a nice example in Python, but what is the most important part, which is something that I didn't cover in a beginner's tutorial, I kept it for a later tutorial. You can find it in the pinned comment above. So Maxims was asking me about it. And in my replies, you can see all this long beauty, okay? And this is what we call the call stack, basically. So call stack is very important, and I didn't explain it within the tutorial, but you have a nice comment that will give you a good idea about recursion, for sure. I forget she doesn't see the actions taken on her end in StreamYard. No, for sure. I don't see enough. Set to subscribers only after 20 minutes. I boosted the restrictions on the comments, so I was hoping it's going to filter most of the bots, but sometimes it filters my comments. Like in the live stream we had, like in the Deep Haven application, holy smokes, you guys. I was trying to comment, I was trying to tag people, and I would tag somebody, I would write a comment, and then I'll finish it with an emoji. And the only thing it would post is the emoji, not the tag, not the comment emojis. Like I have nothing to say, I'm just smiling stupidly. No, I don't recommend R. You should learn Python instead. I was about to learn R, actually. I was about to learn it, and then the hand of God led me to learn Python. I could have very easily started with an R course, because the way I got familiar to Python, it wasn't through it wasn't exactly through Python itself. It was through machine learning and AI. So I took an AI course that was implementing, the artificial intelligence stuff with Python. But I could have just as easily taken a course in a different language, and it would have been a nightmare. Okay. Yeah. Greetings from Nigeria. Would you recommend R programming and R Shiny for software engineering? Why not? Why not? It depends on your application, what you're trying to do. There's just because it's not Python doesn't mean it's bad. It's just that it's just different. That's all. I didn't like R as much. I tried it a little bit, but I cannot point my finger on why I didn't like it as much. But maybe you might like it. Maybe it will work better for you. So try it. See if you like it. Hi, who knows Kinter and PI? I have some amazing, amazing, amazing tutorials on it. Definitely check it out. I have a few of them, actually. I have 3, I believe. In your opinion, which are the 3 best data science universities in UK? Oh, Carlos, that's a very big question. I don't really live in the UK, but the only university I've ever tried, and the only period anywhere in the world, not just in UK, is the University of London and their Goldsmiths division or whatever. I know a lot about SFU, which is the Simon Fraser University in Canada, but I cannot compare UK universities. My university in particular is teaching you from a long distance, so that's why I took this program. But yeah, it's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. I really like the video, game changing. Thanks so much. Awesome. Thank you so much. The videos. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hassan. Thank you, Habibi. Hola, hola. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasó? I'm not gonna talk Spanish. And Badger is pinging me on Discord. I'm gonna see it later. Capture the flag. It's gonna be a really nice game to play for sure. For sure. What do you have here? Question: which books do you recommend to study math for machine learning? I want to go deeper into that. Machine learning books. Actually, I have a book that Ali from the channel sent me quite a while ago. It was a really nice one. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to pull it out from my emails and have a nice search. Um, Let me Google some machine learning books. Probably I'll remember the cover. Probably machine learning books. Oh, this one is good. The lizard one. That's how I know. That's how I know the difference between books. The lizard book is great, but that's not the one Ali sent me. I think that's the one he sent me. Really, really. Oh, I don't think you can see it. That's the book he sent me. Deep Learning with Python. Okay, it's really, really, really nice. Okay, check it out. See, yeah, I found it. I found it by the cover. Okay, new bot showed up. Oh, come on. Okay, you go away, you dating bot. Nobody wants to date you. What is wrong with you? The other day there was actually a whole conversation, like 7 comments in the comment section of bots just talking to each other, talking about investments. Follow this in this channel, this Wyatt guy, he knows so much. Oh, I don't know if he knows so much. Literally arguing with each other about like 3 or 4 bots. I commented in the bottom, "Hi bots." That's a very lovely conversation you're having here. It's really enjoying to read your nonsense. Your marketing tutorials. Did I lose audio? Really? Did I? Did I? Or can you guys hear me? Ooh. Ooh, confirmation? No, I guess you guys are still here. Block user again. Come on. What is wrong with those dating bots? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. They're here once again. I don't know what to do. I cannot even block them at this point of time. They're here to stay, folks. They're here to stay. Can't do much. Okay, I'm back to the bottom of the chat because of this stupid bot, and I'm here with the latest comment you guys have. Hello, bots. Yes, hello, hello. Can hear you. Okay, perfect, perfect. Is it the hidden feature that bans them? No, no. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with this feature. Yeah. It's all I don't know if it's generally the account or they just change the name or they do something about it. I'm not sure. Not sure. How is information or data is stored when recursion happens? Like when a function is calculated and then do it again and again by recursion. Don't understand how they add together or print it. That's exactly what I showed you with a call stack. Yeah, check it out. Check out this pinned comment on this tutorial of mine, the recursion simply explained tutorial. I'm trying to explain it here, and folks are saying that it's clear. So hopefully you'll get it too, because the Fibonacci example I used is not very good with the call stack. It's not very easy to explain, but here this explanation should be very good. And if you're still confused, there's actually a full article on it in real Python. Mm, I don't know if it makes it clearer, but there's a lot of see, there's a lot of things is it's talking about. But yeah, a call stack is probably one of the hardest things to understand in recursion. Recursion itself, you can get it quite quickly, but yeah, that's definitely a challenge. It's confusing. I find it confusing too. Okay, going up, 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 up. Let's see. Is English your first language? Nope, it's not even my second language. It's my third language, for sure. But because I had two languages, I knew two languages before, kind of makes it a bit easier to learn English. I've been I've been watching a lot of Hollywood films. I've been listening to a lot of American music. I think since second grade, I was listening to a lot of Britney Spears. I know, Britney Spears. Actually, I still like her until these days. But I listened to a lot of heavy metal too. I was in a heavy metal band for most of my childhood, and you'd have to write lyrics and do a lot of things in English and sing in English. So, yeah, that kind of gave me a lot of good English background before I even came to Canada. And then after you come to Canada, to an English speaking country, holy smokes, your English skills are spiking. You don't have a choice. It's just gonna happen. You need to buy groceries. You need to have communicate with people. So you have to use it. When you don't have a choice, you learn a language very, very well. Very well. Horror film, anyone? Badger, you looking for recommendations? Is that what it? Um, do you like the morbid films, like the ones with a lot of the gory films, okay, or the or the scary films? I do have some recommendations if you'd like. I love horror films. Need to stop watching them as soon as possible. Probably for Halloween, eh? I was just sharing the ice cream truck that drove by at night with music on. Oh my god. Better, what street you live on? That sounds very suspicious. Like, very suspicious. We have ice cream trucks here too in the summer, not as much as in winter. Hello from Brazil. Love your channel and your content. Very nice tutorials to help beginners get motivated and interested in learning Python. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Super happy to hear your feedback. Awesome. Thanks. Hi, huge follower for your tutorials. Could you please teach us dictionaries to Excel and vice versa? Sure, I need to cover dictionaries for sure. For now, I only have a dictionary comprehension, which is a very nice tutorial I filmed. Actually, probably one of my favorite tutorials I filmed so far. Let me pull it out. There's some really nice and comprehensive, I'm using this word again, examples. Yeah, let me show you this one. And that's probably my recent uploads. There you go, dictionary comprehension. It's a really nice tutorial, but you kind of need to be familiar with dictionaries before you do so. But yeah, it helps you with some data structures, with kind of grasping them a little bit better. But yeah, I will cover dictionaries. I have to. Hi from Eritrea. First viewer from Eritrea. Great to see you. Welcome. Do you work with Python? So I'm a student at this point of time. I don't work. I work on the channel basically. That's what my main focus is. But yeah, one day I might. Who knows? Who knows? How hard is it to get a job in Canada for Python dev or web dev? Um, I don't see a lot of people applying as Python developers. I see a lot of people apply as like data scientists, and Python is just one means of reaching the same goal. So you would rarely see people who only speak Python. People usually combine several languages. I don't think it's hard to find jobs at this point of time, but it's not based on me actually looking for jobs. At this point of time, when you have a channel, jobs kind of find you. You don't really find jobs, but it's definitely a good question. Definitely a good question. The Canadian market, it depends where you live. Again, if you live in Edmonton, it's going to be way more challenging to find a tech job than in Vancouver or even Calgary, I would assume, because there's not as much high tech in certain cities, especially if you live in the Yukon. It's going to be tough. But yeah, Ontario region, and Vancouver region, we have plenty of developer jobs, and it goes as far as Kelowna even, so there's a lot of tech companies involved. Check it out. The only way to know is to apply and to check if it works. We had a really nice stream with Geeks for Geeks not too long ago on my channel. We're going to do another one on their channel soon. I was too sick to schedule it earlier, but in the stream we talked about some what to include in your resume, how to prepare your portfolio, how to get yourself ready and motivated to apply for jobs. Definitely check out the stream. Maybe I can pull it out quickly from here. I should have it in my stream section, which is here. There you go. So this stream would be here. Geeks for Geeks. My head is not blocking it slightly. Tech jobs tips. Check it out. Prakash is really, really knowledgeable. He's really helpful there. If you're looking for a job, that's the place to go. I noticed that Python 3.11 is out soon. I'm so old. I remember Windows 3.11 being released. I never download the newest version of Python. I cling to the older version and wait until everything is fixed with the new ones, like no more bugs and things of that sort. But yeah, I remember Windows. I think the earliest Windows I remember was actually a DOS, not a Windows. It wasn't even like the Windows interface. It was just like this blue screen, and you could only control it with your keyboard. I remember we were playing games from that. Pentium 1, Pentium 2 times. Hello from Kenya. Hello, hello, hello. Manicona tu comidas favoritas. Ryuya, I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what you said, but it's food related. That's all I know. And you know what? I do understand Spanish, but only when I look at Spanish people when they talk. And I find it also with Mediterranean folks and with Italian folks that we use a lot of expressions and we use a lot of hand gestures, and it makes it very easy to understand us. But yeah, I need to see the person talking to me. And then I can realize what he said. You seem to have a lot of language knowledge. Do you know some German too? Wunderbar. I do know. Komm mit mir. Komm auf mein Schloss. I know a lot of things that Rammstein said. Das ist mein Teil. I know. Das ist wunderbar. I do know a bit of German. I actually studied it for a little bit. Wie geht es dir? Wie geht's? Ich bin 25 Jahre alt. I should have a nice accent, probably. What is the PNP problem? PNP problem? I don't know. You're asking me? Ooh, is that? How do I solve the PNP problem? What is PNP? For sure, it's not one of those things I'm going to Google. I'm afraid that those initials, they end up in a very shady place, so I don't Google it as I speak. Maria, vamos. Oh, my camera is gone. Oh, shoot. Folks, my camera has disappeared after 1 hour and 18 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm still here, but my camera is not with us anymore, unfortunately. Let me see if I can turn it on. Let me see what it tells me. Let me see if we can make it work, because I'm not sure why it's off. It shouldn't be off. Could be overheating. I'm using the ZV-1 Samsung camera, by the way. It's usually very nice. I have all the battery in the world. It is not hot at all, but for some reason it disappeared on me, and I'm gonna bring it back on track. Working on it. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Okay, I'm almost there. Now I need to connect it to my OBS, and I'm back to you. Back to you. Deactivate, activate. Haha. Ha. I should be back. Am I back? Yes, I am back. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Yeah. I was about to sing you some songs every time that I see technical difficulties happen, but then I realized that in order to sing songs, I need to pay for copyrights to people who wrote those songs. So I'll sing you my songs. La 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 la. No, I'm just joking. Okay, Maria, vamos a ver cómo está tu español. Okay, Maria, let's go. Uh, Something like Spanish. Huh? Huh? That's very good. Very good Spanish skills. Okay. She never used XBoost. Neither have I, so we're not well equipped to answer that unless someone in the chat knows. Not sure if it has been asked before, but what is your preferred web server to run Flask apps in production? I don't know what's my preferred server, but I've only used two, so I don't have many points of basically of comparison. So the server, you mean the Green Unicorn, basically? I've used Green Unicorn. I've combined it with Heroku, and I've combined it with what I didn't need to combine Green Unicorn with Wayscript because they had their own kind of a way. But I've used two different hosting options for my Flask applications, and that's it at this point of time. That's all my knowledge about Flask. Maria, it's the first time in your live. Listen to you. Love Arabic, so start my chat with a common Arabic greeting. I try to understand as many languages as possible. I really like learning about different cultures and different habits and things of that sort. Habits, different different languages, different foods, different cuisines. Habits. I don't know why I had habits, but for sure, I'm trying to learn as much as I can. I'm like a sponge, but mostly it's in the realm of food. When I meet new people from different cultures, I always ask about good recipes. Ooh, my eyebrow. What's wrong with you, eyebrow? Sorry for my crazy eyebrow. It's been like that for the entire stream, apparently. Wow, your channel has grown a lot. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Yeah. 20,000 subscribers ago, I got an award from YouTube, which I even haven't had a chance to share with you guys. I should have posted some pictures. What else we have here? What crypto did you invest in? Well, usually my spouse is in charge of the investment wallet or whatever it is. We invest in crypto out of an ideology. That's where we are. We lost a lot of money in the process, but we didn't lose money that we didn't have. We took into consideration that it might drop. So unfortunately, I wasn't in the wave that became a millionaire. As you can probably tell. But yeah, we had Bitcoin, we had Doge, we had XRP, we had like Ripple, we had all kinds of different coins, and you usually jump from one to another to make an investment. But right now it's pretty static. We don't want to move anywhere because the market drops, and when the market drops, you don't make any transactions, right? So you wait until it all goes up. Not good with investments. I don't have much knowledge, but yeah, soon I'm gonna use a proper ledger wallet to get things done. It's gonna happen. What's your favorite pickup line written in Python? Pickup line. Oh wow, did you drop from heaven or did you hello world? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I heard pickup lines. Mario didn't even need to use a pickup line because his name is Mario. As soon as he heard that I'm Maria, he was just needed to introduce himself. Hi, I'm Mario, and we kind of knew that we knew where this is going. It was really nice. Between R and Python, which is better for ML, scientific discovery, and dashboard? I'm not too familiar with R, not enough, but it appears that the future is going towards Python. And the reason is it's a very not just because I'm highly biased because I have a Python channel, but there's a reason why I chose to cover Python. If you look at the Google Trends results, there's much bigger growth when it comes to Python, the search keywords, than almost any other programming language. I believe that C++ has a little bit more, but Python is being supported by the community a lot. A lot. If you visit, if you visit, the Anaconda open source project, if you visit all the different repositories of the libraries we're using, you see how many issues it has. You see how many issues are being solved. You see how many people are involved in a process. There's a lot of information about Python, a lot. Okay, so I believe on that term, Python is the winner. A lot of times that you just ask a random question on Stack Overflow, sometimes you get answers in Python, right away. So without specifying a language, it usually picks up Python. Now I don't know if it's because I'm searching for it on my browser, which knows that I'm a Python kind of girl, but that's what I've noticed so far. uh Ledger wallet. Ledger wallet, Ledger. You should do code reviews. I'm trying to stay away from this because I don't like telling somebody, oh, you shouldn't never be doing this. You should never be trying this, and this is bad. I don't like these type of stuff because who knows if it's really bad or not. It all depends on what you're trying to achieve, and one day it might be discovered as though it's a good thing. You don't know, and I don't have the qualification to really harshly judge people. I prefer looking at myself. Prefer judging myself. That's what I'm really good at. Oh, judging myself all day long. Yeah. Lua programming language. I know nothing of it. No, I never even tried it. The programming languages I use are C++, Python, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, the markup languages, Bootstrap, jQuery, all these type of stuff. Tried a little bit of R a very long time ago, but I can't say I sticked with it. That's it. That's all I have for you. It's all the languages I know. But I skipped this one. Oh, finding jobs. Okay, let's see. There's probably a comment here above that speaks about it. When I Android debug my code in Python to APK, it crashes. Jen, make sure that you specify the right libraries. I can't remember this file, but you need to make sure you specify them in the right way. I'm assuming you watched my tutorial. Let's see if I can pull it out right now. I remember I had it in a repository over here. Android binary to decimal. There you go. Found it here. Okay, there was some kind of a file. What is it? Android pre-built. Is it here? Yeah, bulldozer.specs. This is the file that you need to pay attention to. Now, mine was crashing too. Was crashing a lot. And then I fixed the requirements. See, you have this section of requirements. Make sure you specify the exact versions of libraries you use. Usually it crashes. Well, in my case, it was crashing because of that. I did not specify the right requirements, and that was my issue. So this might be the problem. Now, if you have any type of image, make sure you are adding Pillow, and you might need to add the version of Pillow as well. Try a few things. How I got to my solution? For 3 days, I've been sitting and pondering, and I've been trying so many different things, and then I solved everything. But then I didn't know what solved it. I didn't know what I do in order to solve it. So I had to start it all over again. So yeah, it's a very complex situation, this Kiwi to Android. Whew, it's quite the hustle. You better off learning Java. No, I'm joking. For a personal project, there's really no need. Kiwi will do. Neural networks are more resource intensive than traditional machine learning methods. Absolutely. It requires lots of data, and it requires a very good GPU to do parallel computing. I happen to have one. Not the best one anymore. No, definitely not. But I happen to have. It's more useful to understand neural networks and the syntax to set it up, in my opinion. I generally really like the neural networks algorithm because I understand it. I ended up solving it kind of on my own. When I first learned it, it was a nightmare. I didn't understand a thing. I don't know how I passed this course. Paid $600 for this course, and I had to finish it. I had to get the certification, so I kind of pushed through, and I ended up figuring out just the how to connect all the dots together. And then 2 years after, I sat down and I tried to really dig into what I was doing. I took a very simple input, and I took a piece of paper, and I fed it through the neural network and I've seen what's going on there, step by step. Since then, I understand it much better. So when it comes to machine learning algorithms or deep learning algorithms, a lot of them have different components that stand alone. They're very simple, but the fact that there are so many of them and they're combined together, and you need to know how to combine them, that's where the difficulty comes. So I'm so happy with my neural network knowledge. And I happen to have the tools to make it work, that I didn't even look beyond, I'll be honest with you. But my my next semester is where I dig into the real intense AI stuff in school, because my specialty in my computer science degree is AI and machine learning, not deep learning, unfortunately. But I'm gonna dig into it next semester, and hopefully they will teach me things that I don't know already. Hopefully it's gonna be very nice. Do you agree on Python is not a good language for largest programs? Carlos, depends what you build, because arguably a neural network is quite a large program. Plus, Django is using a Python backend, and many of the most used programs and web applications at the moment are utilizing Django. I don't know what about it. It's just I feel very comfortable with it at this point of time. Like, the only thing I couldn't solve is how to host it yet, but I'm working on it, and I'm gonna share the solution with you guys, and then we will all know how to do it, right? We'll simplify things. But but it depends on what you're building. It depends on who it is meant for, right? So if it's for yourself and for your family, is there really a reason that you need to dig deep into a low level language such as C++? Or since you'll be using it, since you'll be sharing it with some of your close relatives or whatever, if that's the goal of your piece of software, you don't need to go beyond Python, I think, at least. If you're making a very comprehensive, again, if you're making a system that is very big and is very, very complex and requires a lot of components in it, and let's say you're doing it on like a desktop application or something of that sort, C++ is a very good solution too. Tkinter, you can scale the Python GUI libraries for sure. Like, absolutely, you can encapsulate them within classes, and then you have like a proper object oriented programming software. But again, depends on what you do, depends on what your needs, but I would use Python for everything. If I can get away with using Python, I get away with using Python. If I can't, I move to different languages. That's my usual rule of thumb. Yeah. Arguably, actually, research work is also very, very, complex in general. And it's also, a large program. And still, Python is I believe that it's the most preferred language for data science applications. Um, what is the most enjoyable project you worked on? Oh, wow. That's a hard question for sure. Um, Enjoyable. I did like making the Pygame tutorial, and I did. There's a lot of stuff that I enjoyed making, in a theory, in the lesson planning kind of thing. And then when I was started to film it, when I was starting, editing the video and filming it, I kind of started really hating myself in the project, in the process. So enjoyable projects. Pygame was very, very smooth. KeyVMD was like this. It was very easy for me to figure out. Another very fun tutorial I worked on is my neural networks, introduction to neural networks tutorial. I loved it. It's one of my favorite tutorials I've ever filmed. The recent data science tutorial I have, the working with dynamic data, I was literally shocked when I was filming it. Was really, really, really shocked. Oh, these are the streams. I'm going to show you this tutorial right now. I have it right over here. The real-time crypto data, this one. And the reason why it shocked me is because I didn't know I'm qualified to plot real-time streaming data that I'm getting live into my machine. So I also liked it. I thought that you guys will be like really, really enjoying this one, but yeah, for some reason we didn't get as much views on it. And I don't know, out of the people who were exposed to the video, a lot of you guys clicked, but not a lot of people were exposed to it to begin with. YouTube kind of dropped the ball on this one, unfortunately. Is there a more Python backend job. If there are more Python backend jobs as Java's, okay, camera situation again. What is wrong with you, buddy? You're not even slightly hot. And why am I stuck with this face? I'm still here, folks. I just need to figure out what's wrong with my camera. Probably I need to buy one. Yeah. As you can hear, I'm trying to make it work. It is working. Yeah, it is too hot. So, folks, thank you so much for joining this live stream. Sorry, I have to go a bit early, and I didn't even have a chance to ask you about the membership stuff I had in mind. I was thinking about starting a membership section. Holy smokes, there's so many of you guys here. Wow, wow, you guys. I missed so many messages. My apologies about that. Um, my camera just died on me, so I don't think. Yeah, let me turn off this awful image of mine. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, Josh, you're here. Josh and fam, what's up, guys? My camera just died, so that explains the desktop situation. But I'm super happy to see you guys here. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for being here. You are amazing. I'm just here for fun to talk to you guys, and I'm having lots of fun. Thank you for being here. And wow, I have so many questions that I want to answer, but I don't know. It's hard without a camera. It's not very interactive. So, folks, I see your comments. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for being here. And folks, I will see you soon on another live stream. In the meanwhile, I have to go because of my camera. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it, and maybe I might have to buy a new one. Who knows? So, folks, have a fantastic Friday. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for being here. Sending you lots and lots of love from British Columbia. And have a fantastic night. Bye bye.